Welcome along to episode 6 of the Agegroup Multisport podcast, Next Gen. We're sounding a little bit echoey here. I'm stuck up in the spare bedroom. We're still in Lanzarote. It's still red hot and we've still done lots of training and we've had a great time. Unfortunately, we're home tomorrow, but hey ho, all good things come to an end. Thank you once again for taking your time out to listen and give these guys your support. Really much appreciated. Big race this weekend. Yesterday at Ashridge, it was the Standard.Duathlon qualifier for the European Championships next year. And not only was our own Jerry Moss racing in his first try for qualification at the Standard.Duathlon, but we had several other guests that we've had on the podcast also racing. And that included Karina Kaufman, who was on episode 17, and Karina had a fantastic race, as usual, and she finished 4th lady overall and first lady in her age group. So well done, Katrina. Well done, Karina. Simon Hall also had a fantastic result, finishing 3rd male overall, and he was on episode 58. Episode 20's Tim Fowler was racing, as was episode 48 Ross Crombie and episode 74's Robert Myler, both travelling all the way down from Scotland to Ashridge to race. So well done to everybody. Like I said, the conditions weren't ever so good, but you made the best of it and you got your first race under your belt, and that's it, the season started. So on to the audio diaries from our free athletes. Can't wait to listen to this, and we'll see you on the other side.
Hello Richard, hi everyone. Well, here we are again, another report from me. Unfortunately, this week I didn't manage to do much training. We left my town in Spain, and since then I think we visited 4 cities and 2 little villages. So it was every day, nearly every day, somewhere else. We did massive walks. Some of them, they were like really, really big elevation. I only managed to get a swim in, and I think the logistic of driving from A to B and do the visiting and deciding what we want to do and what we're going to eat, it just takes everything. Because by the time we come to bed, it's just extremely late, and it's not much time. Unfortunately, also this week I got an ear infection. I managed to get to the chemist. They gave me something, but it doesn't seem like it's doing much. I also had food poisoning, and I'm just feeling really, really rough. I've been all night, no sleep whatsoever, and really, really uncomfortable and bad, just bad. I'm not going to get into the details, but it's really, really bad. I'm just going to take today a easy day for everything, and just hope that from tomorrow I'm going to manage to do something. However, we're traveling back on the 22nd, if I'm not wrong. We take the ferry, so I just hope. I love traveling, but I hope I can get back home and I can have some good, solid training sessions ready for my race. A thing I would like to mention, I know is Jerry's race this weekend. I really hope he's going to do amazing. Actually, I really believe he's going to do amazingly. He's been training very hard and he's very determined. So all my best to Jerry. That's it. No much else from me. As I said, I just hope next week is going to be more exciting.
Hi Rich, it's Jerry, just checking in at the end of week 6, I think, at the end of race day. So I think really just go through what I've done this week and then quickly talk about the race and my thoughts and views on that really. So Monday started off with a bit of transition training. I said last week they needed to get some done. Because of the weather was really grim, I just jumped on the turbo, set up all my kit in the garage, and then just ran down the lane for a small distance. And I did that 10 times, really, just kept doing transitions. Tuesday, steady 30-minute spin on the turbo on Zwift. Wednesday was a rest day. Thursday, I did a little run just to make sure my legs turned over okay. So 6Ks I did with a couple of intervals there, a couple of 800 metres in there at sort of race pace, which is really good. And then Friday and Saturday, I didn't do anything. And then obviously today was race day. So you've probably seen some of the videos and photos. Had a great day, to be fair. Learned a huge amount. It was my first race, so I learned a lot, really. But I'm chuffed with what I did. So first run, they changed the route very slightly, lastminute.com, so it was all on gravel tracks or a bit of tarmac around the house, Ashridge House, which and hats off to ATW. They did a great job at running and sorting out the race, because the start was delayed for an hour because of the water everywhere. It was just soaking. There was puddles. It was just horrendous. But I waited an hour, and then some of it did subside, which is good. So the first run was shortened slightly to about 9.4k, something else like that. Which is good. I think I averaged at 4 minutes 18 a kilometre. I went off a bit quick, if I'm honest, but it was because of the congestion and trying to find a gap and a bit of space. But yeah, my first 5k was a little bit quick, and then slowed down a little bit. And I was also conscious that I needed to get onto the bike, so I didn't want to kill myself, really. Came into transition. The first transition went really well. Took 45 seconds straight out, flying leap onto my bike, which is funny, but that worked really well. The ride went as I expected. I mean, there was a lot of surface water. There was a lot of muck, absolutely covered in head to toe in water and muck. But it went as well as I expected, really. Came back in at I think it was about 75 minutes, came off that. Went into transition again, fumbled my helmet a little bit, but still came out at 56 seconds, so I was happy with that. And then the final run was just under 5k. It was 4 laps around the house this time rather than 8. And yeah, just really struggled, really. Found it hard on my legs, really, really hard. I had nothing left in the tank. But finished, 2 hours 19, fourth in my age group. And for a while, I was a little bit excited. And then I realised that 3 individuals are coming up from the age group below. So hey ho, fair play to them. They were awesome athletes. So I think, I can't complain. Really chuffed with the day. Learned a whole load of things. Worked really hard, and to be fair, I was exhausted. Really pleased with the race. Got back now, started to reflect on things. A bit early yet to sort of take things seriously. But I've got to take away, it's my first race. I only trained for 20 weeks. With some of these people out there have been training for years. And I'm pleased with what I've done, really, if I'm honest. And I have to say, I've never seen so many GB tri-suits in one race. So, where I thought it might be a bit of a quiet race, it was quite the opposite. But fair play, excellent athletes out there, and they really deserve their spots. So nothing against them. Well-run ACW, well-run event. They were brilliant. All the staff were really helpful. All the marshals were really helpful. I got no qualms about that at all. I'd fully and highly recommend, doing their events. Fantastic. So for me, it was a high and a little bit of a sucker punch. But to finish fourth in my age group, I was chuffed a bit. It's first attempt, first go at it. So really good. Hope you're still enjoying the sun, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks.
Hi Rich and the AMP listeners. So this week's been relaxing, but also not that relaxing week. So Monday, I'd had a rest day, but I did run to the train station, which I recorded. So did 3 minutes and 500 meters for that. It doesn't really count, but I will try. Every session's a good session. On Tuesday and Wednesday, I had rest days where I literally just chilled out. On Thursday, I had a track session, which was the main set was 2k at 420 per k, then 400. So in between pretty much each set was a 400. Then it was 1.5k at 415 per k, then 1k at 4 minutes per k, and then another 1k at 4 minutes per k. And that felt like I felt pretty good throughout that, considering that I was getting over the cold flu still that was going around. Then on Friday, I had my second brick session of the year, which other than getting a stitch during my run for the brick, I felt a lot better for than the previous week, and a reel that I did for it got liked by Christian Blumenfeld, which was pretty cool. Then on Saturday, I had the normal club ride with Canterbury Bike Club. I did the yellow group, so the easier group, as I was still a bit achy from my other sessions that week. The weather initially in Canterbury looked nice, but then everywhere else in Kent pretty much it was like raining in a cloud, so none of us had our raincoats or anything, so we all got soaked, and we got 2 punctures in the group, and like after a little kick up, my quad and my hamstring cramped up at the same time, which was fun. So luckily one of the other guys waited back for me. So yeah, that was Saturday. Other than that, on Saturday I just chilled out. On Sunday I had a swim with Active Life Try. It was a kick orientated session, but it was like a sort of ramp style session. So it was what was it? It was 25 at 80, then at 80%, then 25 at 90%, then chuck fins on, then repeat, then it would gradually increase until I think it got up to 75 metres, and then it was 100 metres all out. That was a tough session, as I'd had a cramp the day before and my knees are still playing up from my plica. So yeah, it's been a on-off sort of week, but other than that, not too bad.
Thanks guys for the latest updates. Sounds like another mixed bag. First off, Danny, I hope you're feeling better soon. It's horrible when you're away and you're ill. You just want to be at home basically. I know that feels not good at all. Safe travels home, and we'll get you back into some decent training when you get back. Jerry, well, what a performance. Sounds like you really enjoyed it also, which is the main thing. And we'll just wait and see now. And it'll be interesting to catch up with you when I get back and see what the next steps are. And another solid week there from Harrison. Well done. Looks like your intensity's improving and ramping up, so keep it up, mate. Well done. And that's the last one from Lanzarote. I'm sat here at the moment at the sports club in Porto Calera watching the swimmers go up and down, and the sun's red hot, but we're flying out tonight, so yeah, home time. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.